So I'm sure most of you, not all of you, but most of you watching this video have walked in on some action going down.
What do you mean by that?
Whether it's catching someone watching, or it's walking in on your parents, I don't know, you get the point. Whatever the situation is, it's always super cringe being the one who catches someone in a rather embarrassing or weird moment. Which brings me to the story of the time I caught my friend and his girlfriend in the locker room, in school, in 4K.
Your time has come. There's no way out of this one.
Pretty sure I've mentioned in at least one of my older videos that I was in band class back then. Anyway, one of my friends in that class was a guy we're gonna call Flash. And trust me, you'll understand why I gave him that name in a minute. Flash had been a good friend of mine for a while at this point. He was one of the chillest dudes I knew and easily the fastest guy in the entire school if you ask me. Like, he wasn't just fast, he was fast. Like, I still remember him absolutely smoking everyone, including me, in a race like it was nothing. One time during tryouts for the track team, me, him, and some other guys had a race. And when I tell you he smoked me and the other guys, I'm telling you, he smoked us harder than a crackhead. Like, this dude was fast.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
And I'm not even on some glazing stuff. I'm just really trying to get y'all to understand just how fast this guy was. Anyway, even though his speed has nothing to do with the story, I just felt like talking about it because, man, he was fast. So on one very drowsy Monday morning, I don't actually know if it was Monday, but it felt like it, I just got dropped off and went inside the school. And see, before I'd go to class, I'd usually always put my instrument, which was a trombone, in the band locker room. That way I don't have to carry it from class to class. And believe me, a trombone case is a thing you do not want to carry around from class to class every day. Trust me, done it before.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Anyway, as I made my way inside the band room, it was empty, as I expected it to be, since it was probably around 7 in the morning at the time. I went into the band locker room. The light was off, so I of course turned it on. And right as I turned on the light, getting a full view of the entire room, mind you, I saw Flash and his girlfriend, let's call her Sarah, making out in the corner of the locker room.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I never really knew her like that, but from the few interactions that we had, she seemed pretty cool. But no joke, I walked in on them literally making out in the corner of the locker room.
What the fuck is going on here?
So imagine my surprise when I walked in and saw Flash lifting her up against the wall like he was auditioning for some romance scene, and his hands were, let's just say, grasping her rear end. And I'll leave it at that. I stood there like I just saw something straight out of Diddy's house. I was stunned. I for real in my head was just like, why do I gotta be the one to see all this? I was just taken aback by my friend over here having a full-on makeout session with his girl. Like, y'all, we're in school, we're not at your house.
Push it somewhere else!
Anyway, after sitting there for probably about 2 seconds, they both stopped kissing and stared at me like I was the Green Goblin or something. Which, to be fair, I did just show up unannounced, but still.
Push it somewhere else!
I didn't want anything to do with what they were doing, so I just dropped my instrument in the locker real quick, and I immediately started to dip. As I left the room, I saw Flash literally drop his girl Sarah on the floor to get to me. Like, I heard a hard drop and her just say, "Ah!" I was like, dang. Flash runs up to me, practically begging me not to tell anyone what I just saw. And in my head, I'm like, bro,
Chill the fuck out. Relax.
why would anyone care that I caught you and Sarah making out in the locker room? What do I have to gain from spreading that around? A coupon? A gift card? A handshake from the principal? Like, seriously, who am I telling and what would I even get out of it? Bro was acting like I had his entire life in my hands or something. After a minute of that, I finally just told him, yo, bro, look, you're good. I'm not gonna tell anyone. I don't even care like that.
I'm here to tell you right now,
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
However, I did tell him though that if he and Sarah ever want to get a little spicy in the band locker room, they might want to, I don't know, close the door.
I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
And maybe if it's not too much trouble, lock it.
Close the doors.
Because he better be glad it was me who walked in and not some random kid who snitches. Or worse, one of the teachers. He would have been real cooked then. And I did not want to make it an occasion to see him and Sarah getting it on in the locker room. I already hated school enough. I didn't want to have another reason to hate. Gonna have me looking like Peter from Amazing Spider-Man, if you know what I mean. Anyway, after that, me and Flash went our separate ways, agreeing that what happened in the locker room stays in the locker room. Funny enough, later that day when it actually came time for band class, I walked into the room and immediately saw Flash and Sarah staring at me. Not in any angry or embarrassed way, just blank, straight-faced stare like they were trying to read my mind or something. Who were they, Professor X? Not gonna lie, it was low-key awkward. So I just gave them a little nod, hoping that would be enough to stop them from staring at me like I was holding Death Note. They eventually stopped staring at me. Sarah hit me with this tiny little wink and Flash gave me a nod back, almost like he was saluting me for my service or something. Not gonna lie, I spent the whole day wondering why they were acting like that little incident was some huge deal. Like, bro, I didn't walk in on some government secret. I just caught y'all making out.
I caught you in 4K. Oh, you wondering who? Him. I caught him in 4K.
They were treating it like I'd uncovered Batman's true identity or something. Like, for real, it wasn't that deep. Then again, maybe they didn't want anyone to know they were dating or something, but what do I know? Anyway, that's gonna wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys liked that short story. Please hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. And of course, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. And with all that being said, catch you on the next one. Ahmad out.